What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today is episode number 125 of my Rapid Rating Climb series, and we are on a journey to 1000 ELO. I'm currently rated 991, so we are very close. And if you guys enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's game. All right. Tunage. And now we can jump into the chess game. Planck the Peasant. All right, we will play a London system. Planck is quite a bit higher rated than I am. He's almost 100 points higher. So when they bring their bishop out like this, I like to play a little differently. Let's see. We'll play e3 first, and then I'll start doing this. We'll do a pawn storm. He'll back his bishop up. We'll play this move. He'll either play the move h6 or h5. If he plays h6, we're actually not going to push a pawn again. We're going to play the move bishop to d3. If he plays the move h5, we will actually push g5 and kick the knight out, and then play the move bishop to d3. So it seems like it's worked so far. We got our opponent thinking a little bit. When this happens, I like to play this move. Typically, you want to bring the knight to e2, but if it blocks the bishop, that's no good. So we're actually going to go to h3 to defend the bishop. We will be taking back with the knight. Also, I think I could have probably just pushed the pawn. That might have also been a fine move, because they definitely need to be pushing their pawns. Yeah, if we win this game, we get 10 points, and that would put me over 1,000, and that is literally the biggest accomplishment ever. So right now we are attacking the bishop for sure. I don't think he should push that now. We're going to take with the knight, and then we're going to push this pawn attacking that knight. And yeah, we'll probably bring the queen forward. Threatening this pawn. My opponent didn't really necessarily play all this very correctly, but I'm also kind of out of familiar waters right here, so we'll give the check. I can just take this pawn. I need to finish developing for sure. We're up 2 pawns. Alright, so my opponent is potentially threatening this pawn. I can just push it forward. In which he is threatening a check on my king. Let's see. I have a move like this, which defends the pawn. We'll kick the knight out. And then maybe push this pawn. I could see my opponent trying to maybe go for a queen trade in the future. I think we will push the pawn and maybe try and go for something like this. My opponent probably needs to get ready to queen trade. Okay. So they go for that. We'll give check again, and then this should be checkmate. We are rated 1001. Yo. Whoa. What a moment. Wow. Wow. This has been quite the little journey. This will be the last video of this series. My journey to 1000 ELO has come to an end. We'll be starting a new series where I will set a new goal for an ELO that I would like to reach and keep climbing. So the videos will not stop coming, but this series will be at an end. Wow, this is something. I'm 4-digit ELO. Whoa. Yo, super happy right now. This is crazy. So I didn't even play that great of a game, but my opponent played a far worse game. I played 77% accuracy. My opponent played with 52.3. He blundered one time, had 2 mistakes and 4 inaccuracies. I had 3 inaccuracies and 1 miss. So we can see where we went wrong. I think I know. So this move wasn't necessarily the best. Getting my knight out is, but whenever I see this happen, I actually don't care what the computer says. I think it's a good move to start threatening this bishop. It gives us space, and we're going to castle kingside, which I didn't, or queenside, excuse me, which I didn't do this game, but that is the goal. So I pushed this pawn. He straight up blunders. So I missed. This is where my miss is I played this move, but the best move is to push the pawn and take this way. It just is, you win the bishop that way. So I kind of realized afterwards that I was like, hey, I kind of missed an opportunity, because literally their only move in this position, they have 2 moves. They can play the move h6 or h5 to maintain basically equality. h5 I think might be a little bit better, but it does require me to kick the knight out, which the knight is going to have to come over here to d7. And we still trade the bishops. So the goal is to trade the bishop and get castled queenside as fast as possible. This knight I kind of neglected the whole time, and he honestly should have been in the game. So I missed an opportunity here. With this, I actually take the bishop with my knight because this is just a problem, and he has no way to defend it really other than spending an extra move or so. You know, he could bring the rook up. He could even move the king forward, which might be the best move, actually. I'm not 100% sure. I guess he could spend a move to do something like this with the queen, but yeah, it's just not fast enough. I actually go to kick out the knight, which is not the best move. Just getting my bishop on this file is the best move, and then I can even sit back and take this pawn as well after I get the check. So it's better than me kind of using my queen to do all my bidding. But I liked what I did. The That's just a mistake on his end. I give this check. He moves his king forward. I take the free pawn. He brings his knight forward. Now, I actually give check this way, defending my pawn, because this is literally a fork that I kind of can't really defend easily without... I mean, you know, something like this is fine, but then I would be taking back with the pawn. I mean, it's all right. It's just, it's not ideal. So I decided to defend with the queen and give the check. King slides over, which is not the best move. I think probably coming over here is the best move. Inaccurately, I kick out the knight with this pawn, which is not the best move, but it's whatever. I like my little pyramid that I have. I think it's fine. We're up quite a bit. We're up 2 pawns, so I mean, they do this. I push the pawn, which is also inaccurate as well. Taking the other free pawn with check is just duh. But I was trying to set myself up, so he does this. Instead, I give this check. You know, I could have had the pawn the first time. The knight was in the way, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, this just... I can't get the pawn anymore, but the king can't move anywhere but here because of my pawn that I've placed. So the king is going to move here, and that would be checkmate on f7 with my queen. So it says we played like a 1200. It didn't like my opening very much, so I think that was below accuracy. But also my middle game, we had a few inaccuracies, and it was a very quick game. I mean, you know, we're talking we won in 16 moves, 17 moves. So yeah, fun game. I guess let's do a little dive here. All right, so this is my stats. So I mean, I started off. I mean, I got as low as this. Doesn't even go back far enough. Actually, let's go back 1 year. He won't even tell me my lowest moment. Funny. Yeah. So this was actually my lowest. It was around 560 or 570 ELO. It was very low. I just lost a lot of games immediately and had to start working my way back up. I had a bunch of falls. You know, I got even back under, like I got well over to 700 and then dropped all the way back down under 600 again, and slowly climbed my way all the way back up to 800 ELO. Got up to 861, and then I had a drinking contest with myself and decided that I was going to lose over 100 points of ELO, like 150 points of ELO in one day. So I drank a bunch of beer, I'm pretty sure, and in one day I played like 30 games and I lost like 25 of them, and I lost over 150 points. So that brought me down to 726. It was pretty humbling because it really was nerve-wracking to get up to almost 900 and then just be back under 800 and close to being under 700 again if I wasn't careful. So I kind of took a step back and took a little break, and I started slowly building my ELO back up, and it's been quite the journey. I mean, it's been a pretty steady curve. I know you guys can't see this on this side because of my stupid screen, but anyways, it's been quite the journey. So all games I've won 54% and lost 40%. Those stats have improved drastically over the past few months. This big curve is me winning all those games, right? So 54% won, 40% lost. That's all in all. I've played 252 games. It took me 252 games to get from roughly 550 ELO all the way up to 1,000. I'm sure some of you guys could easily do it faster, but that's how long it took me. So, anyways, let's get into... so with my white games, I've won 124, won 59% of them. With black, I've won 128 games, but I've only won 49% of those, and I've lost 46%. So that's quite a bit of a different stat right there. My average opponent rating was 822. I think I spent a lot of time in the 700 and 800 range, so I think that's why the average is around there, because I have a plus or minus 100 on my rating when I go to look for a game. I might up that eventually to like plus or minus 200 or so, but I found it pretty relaxing to play people within 100 points of me. It's maybe why it took so long for me to get all this ELO, because I can only maximum win like 10 points per game. But I also think that it was helpful for me to play guys rated around what I'm rated, because I could actually see every 100 points of ELO how different people played. Like 800, I mean, it's still not very good, right? But there were guys that straight up just hung pieces still in the 800s, and I was one of them as well. But not every game. I feel like there's a lot of blundering still happening at 800, but it was significantly down from the 700s. And also going to 900, significantly less. Like, I was having to play 20 to 30 moves into a game before my opponent would blunder. Whereas I was having games sometimes that would only last 6 and 7 moves, 10 moves, in the 800s and stuff like that. Today was actually my opponent. He was the highest rated I've ever beaten. Plank the Peasant. It's pretty sweet. He's rated 1063. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is the scoreboard, guys. I mean, yesterday we drew one and won a game, so that kind of put us over the 990 mark. And then today we just got matched with a guy that's almost 100 points higher rated than us, which gave us what we needed to get over 1,000. So I'm beyond happy right now. I want to play another game, but I kind of just want to like enjoy the moment, enjoy the fact that I grinded really hard for this and I'm over 1,000. Yeah, so we're gonna start a new series. It won't be Journey to 1,000 ELO anymore. It'll be Journey to 1,200, Journey to 1,500, Journey to 2,000. I really haven't decided yet. I see a lot of Journey to 2,000 YouTube content out of there. I think they're a little bit better than I am. Most of the guys are maybe a little better than I am at chess. But I think that 2,000 is a really high goal and a really hard one to achieve. And I follow a lot of guys that post those videos, and it's a slow grind. And I just foresee them either never getting there, or it's going to be like a 500 video long series. And to me, that just doesn't make sense for my channel. That's why I set the goal of getting 1,000, because I think it's a smaller goal, but it was obtainable, and it still took me a long time. Like, it took me 125 videos to get to 1,000 ELO. So in my mind, that's a good length for a series, and there's no reason why I can't just start another one. So we'll do a new series where I'm going to do like a journey to 1,200, 1,500, or 2,000 ELO. Again, I haven't decided exactly which one I want to do yet. 200 or 1,200 seems like it might be maybe a little too short, and 1,500, it might be right money, and 2,000 might just be a little too high. I really don't know what I want to do. Maybe the smaller series is better, but I'll let you guys, if you have a preference of whether I do it to like 1,200, do like a mini series kind of that way every like maybe 1,200, 1,500, 1,800 sort of thing. If I make it that high, I mean, we're gonna keep going. Like, I'm gonna keep playing chess. So I mean, if I plateau somewhere, that's fine, but it's all for fun. But I haven't plateaued really yet, and I would like to just keep playing. I'm not gonna stop now. It's very fun for me to play every day, and also to provide content for you guys. So let me know what you think in the comments. You know, whether I should do kind of like what my goal should be, basically. Should I set a higher goal, like trying to get to 2,000, or should I set more moderate goals that are achievable and just make a shorter series? Yeah, just let me know. I don't really know what else to say. I'm very excited right now. I've never been this high at ELO, and I'm 4-digit ELO. 1,001. It's really cool. Well, thank you guys so much for supporting me, following, liking, commenting, just everything. I appreciate you guys. I couldn't do it without you. I wouldn't do it without you. I mean, I never expected my channel to be anywhere near as large as it is now. I've had quite a lot of success in the short 3-4 months I've been doing this, and it's been fantastic. And you guys motivate me more than I am capable of motivating myself. So thank you again. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new series. Get out of here.